Welcome to part 3 of Who in the World is Julia Wendell? We just ended in part 2 on March 16th when we had the first hints that they had done a TV interview. On March 20th was the live that Fia had done where she basically was going after Julia's mother, saying that she was going to charge her for slander and things like that over the statement released on the Facebook page. If you want to watch that, down at the bottom in my playlist for the Madeleine McCann case, you can go back to episode 68 and watch that one. On March 22nd, it was made official. The TV show that Julia Wendell and Fia were going to be going on was the Dr. Phil show. On March 27th was the actual Dr. Phil show. If you want to be updated or see some clips of that, again, go down to my playlist for the Madeleine McCann case playlist, and it's episode 50. On the show, Fia first announced or stated that she may know the truth of who Julia actually is. The next day, on March 28th, was the first time I received a comment on one of my posts from Fia herself. So she had activated or found her TikTok account, which she hadn't used in years, and was beginning to comment on people's posts. I had reached out to Fia and asked if she would do a live, and on March 30th, she said that she would. March 31st was the first time that I had done a live interview with Fia. If you want to see a summary of that interview, it's episode 33. If you go down into my playlist for the Madeleine McCann case, on that episode, there was a bombshell reveal from Fia. She actually admitted during that interview that she knew Julia was Julia and that Julia's mother was her actual mother. So she confirmed basically that Julia was not Madeleine McCann. If you want to see a short little clip of that, it is episode 30 down in my playlist, or you can go to my YouTube to watch the full interview. On April 2nd, I did another live with Fia. Again, you can check that out in my YouTube. The link is in my bio. In that interview, she talked about the fact that the police had actually arrived at her home. Julia had in fact called the police and they had come to her home, and she was blaming conversations between Julia and a reporter for the incident. Over the next couple of days, she talked about this reporter named Diana Cardosa. She had shared text messages that this woman was sending to Julia, and she basically blamed this woman for trying to lure her to Portugal and getting Julia to call the police. Things start to go downhill and get a bit messy from this point on. If you want to hear the rest, head to part 4.